Hello everyone, welcome to this video in which we will cover the Qudurat English version Model 1 of questions. This is from the GAT book, which you will find in Jarir, or if you wanted a digital version, uh, you could send me an email, and the email will be in my description. I sell my own worksheets, I've worked on them myself, so you can trust them. And down in the description will also be my PayPal link for any donations, and along with my Instagram. Follow me there or send me anything that you would like. And thank you for your kind messages. I will be sharing them at the end of this video. I am extremely grateful for you guys, and I'm glad I could help you guys. So let's get right into these questions. For the first question, we have: the haunted house was so blank and scary. It made me question my own blank. So these types of questions are really fun because they give you two words, and the only way that you could really answer the question is by taking the context of the sentence, so what the sentence is talking about. So it's a haunted house, scary, right? And also then the two questions, they have to be aligned together. So let's try and solve this one. The haunted house was so something and scary. So let's check the first words. So disorienting, maybe, right? Disorienting meaning that an orientation is sort of the normal thing going on, right? The your daily thing or your normal thing. So disorienting means unnormalizing in a way. Takes you out of what you're used to, something that you're unfamiliar with, and it made you question your own reality, right? So you take the first word and the second word. This makes sense. It made me question my own reality. All right. This so far, our eyes on here. Maybe this is, by the way, it may not be the perfect answer, but it's the best out of the bunch. So let's check the other ones. The haunted house was so interesting and scary. It made me question my own friends. Right. So as you can see, there's a comma here. So these two have to have some relation. So it was interesting and scary that it made you question your own friends. It's kind of really random, right? It doesn't really make much sense. So we're not going to be considering that one. And then you have the haunted house was so confusing and scary, it made me question my own family. Now, this one is not wrong, but again, is it the one that makes most sense? Is it the best? Well, not really. It was so confusing and scary, made you question your own family. Where, well, what does your family have to do with the house being confusing and scary, right? So we're gonna take that one off. The haunted house was so hilarious. All right, so we already just crossed this one out because hilarious meaning like really funny. Haunted house is scary, right? It's not gonna be really funny. And maybe if this wasn't mentioned, this could be the case. But they're just trying to get the thing that makes most sense. The problem with these questions is that you feel, well, this is not wrong, so how could it be not the answer? Well, yeah, they don't mean something that is actually linguistically wrong. Like in the language, you can say that it was so hilarious and it made you question your own motives, but is it the best out of these? Is it the thing that makes most sense? Well, no, it doesn't. So here they're questioning your sense, your common sense, actually, more than they're questioning your language abilities, in these types of questions especially. So that leaves us with A as our answer. The haunted house was so disorienting and scary, it made me question my own reality. For the second question, Mr. Smith was blank. I'm gonna trace it. He was blank about his first driving competition. Period. And apparently, this enthusiasm was blank. Others began to feel the same way. Alright, so let's check out the answers. He was so nervous about his first driving competition. This seems right so far. And apparently, this enthusiasm was popular. Others began to feel the same way. Could be, but when you say others began to feel a certain way, so it wasn't popular. Popular means like it was common amongst those people, but they began to feel it. So maybe not the best one, but okay, let's check the others. Mr. Smith was excited about his first driving competition. Diving. I've been saying driving this whole time. Diving. The guy is gonna go and jump into some water. This is what diving is. Diving competition, and apparently this enthusiasm began to feel the same. This enthusiasm was contagious. It began to make others began to feel the same way. Yep, this is exactly what others beginning to feel something. So it was contagious. It was something contagious. So something that infects others. It's infectious, right? So others will start to experience the same thing that you're going through, or something like that. So for example, a yawn. When you yawn, yawning is contagious. Others around you are going to yawn. So, or something, you could use it in the sense of his laugh was contagious. So when someone laughs, others begin to also laugh. Or a disease. A disease is contagious, like coronavirus. It infects other people. So that is what contagious is. And his enthusiasm, so excitement, it is relating to, where is it? Yeah. Oh wow, it actually drew an arrow. Excitement, right? So his enthusiasm. So we know that he was excited, not nervous. So by the way, for some reason this is completely false. I don't know. I didn't spot that. His enthusiasm. So he was excited. He was enthusiastic about something. He wasn't nervous about it. So yeah. So far, this one seems like the answer. But let's check the others. Mr. Smith was withdrawn about his first competition. Apparently this enthusiasm was high. Others began, doesn't know. He was agitated. Well, we did cover that enthusiasm means excited, so he wasn't agitated. And it was underestimated. Others began to feel the same way. Simply does not make sense. I'm moving a bit fast here, but that's how I want you to be thinking during the exam. You gotta just make things that click, put them down, take them by hand, like don't spend too much time on things. You don't need to try each single answer. If it made sense to you for the first one, perfect, complete sense, read the others really quickly, but try to move on as quick as possible. So we're gonna take B as our answer. Question number 3. The blank started today for a lost hiker in the state park. I hope they are able to blank him. Okay. We get the search today started for a lost hiker in the state park. I hope they are able to rescue him. I read this one for some reason. Alright. And so far, yeah, sure. The search, right? Because just take by the context. So, lost hiker, right? So they're searching for the lost hiker. And I hope they are able to something him. So they're not going to kill him, right? They're not going to celebrate him. They're not, maybe locate him works, find him also works, and rescue works. So let's check the others. The hunt, they're not hunting the guy. That just took a really dark turn, right? And we've already canceled this one. Celebrate is just not gonna work. And then the funeral, no, right? So funeral, that's just no. Right? You see what I mean? So the English section of the GAT is actually a lot easier. So yeah, this is going to be the search for the lost hiker, and we hope that they are able to rescue him. Number 4. The warring tribes were weary of conflict. Weary, which means tired of conflict, right? Tired or exhausted. They don't want to fight anymore. So both were eager to form a peaceful something. All right, so this one has just one section of it. And they are weary of conflict, right? Conflict, so for example, fighting. They're weary of fighting. They're tired of fighting. Conflict, like having a problem or having a fight. So they were eager, so excited or eager, kind of anticipating, or which might seem like a harder word. So anticipating, so they were excited for it, or they were ready for it, like they wanted to do it. They were eager to form a peaceful alliance, or a peaceful whatever. I just thought of alliance for a random reason. It's not even one of the choices. Okay, so let's check the choices. They were eager to form a peaceful negotiation. Well, no, because you don't form negotiation. A negotiation is a discussion. So you can say form a discussion, but you can't really say form a peaceful negotiation. maybe, but let's take it away from now because it's probably not it. If we didn't find a better answer, we're gonna take it, but for now, it doesn't work. To form a peaceful victory, no. Victory is in like winning, right? To win. So we're eager to form a peaceful win. Nah, that doesn't work. Insurgency. No. Right? And resolution. There we go. They were eager to form a peaceful resolution. So they wanted to form, so create, right, a peaceful resolution. So a resolution kind of is the same thing as a solution, but it's more of resolve. So to for example, resolve a problem. So I think it's a synonym of solution. Do let me know in the comments. But it is basically the same meaning, and thus it is our best choice. If this was any other word, I would have picked negotiation, even though in my opinion, and any English teacher's opinion, negotiation doesn't really work here. The context is more of towards a peaceful solution or a peaceful conclusion, something like that. But negotiation doesn't work. But if it's the best one out of the choices, pick it. So don't spend too much time thinking, oh no, it's not right or whatever. It is what it is. This is the exam. We have to deal with it, right? So yeah, resolution. Number 5, most companies have blank procedures in place to check the quality of their products. If they blank these procedures, their products are more likely to fail. Okay, so let's check the answers. They have strict procedures. This actually does work. Strict is good, right? If they follow these procedures, their products are more likely to fail. Well, no. If they follow them, procedures are like protocols, right? The word procedure means like protocol. So companies put procedures or they put protocol so that they check the quality of their products, so that when they follow them, they are more likely to succeed, not fail. So sadly, this whole thing has to go. We can't pick one. And they have stringent procedures in place to check the quality of their products. If they neglect those procedures, their products are more likely to fail. Let's just pick it right away. Stringent is the same, almost the same meaning as strict. I think they're synonyms as well. And it removed the problem. We had the problem of the word follow, right? So we wanted to say if they don't follow. So if they neglect or ignore these problems, ignore or not pay attention to these problems, what's going to happen is that their products are more likely to fail. So it works. And of course, we have to check the other answers. Maybe there's a better one, although this is perfect. So they have written procedures in place to check the quality. If they omit these procedures, it also works, but the context is more towards strict procedures and that cannot be neglected. So yeah. And then they have clear procedures. If they forget these procedures, it also works. Like these two actually are really good, but we are picking the best. Newspaper reporters frequently something the presidential election. Now this could be a controversial topic, right? But thankfully the exam was created before the controversy with the news and the elections. So let's check the answers. They frequently cover the presidential election. Yeah, perfectly works. Challenge. Yeah, but not really, right? They do nowadays, but challenge it as in go against it or something. So that's definitely not what they do. And they frequently understand the presidential election. Yeah, of course they understand it, right? So why do we need to mention that? Or they discover the presidential election. Well, that's just not gonna work for us today. You don't discover a presidential election, you cover a presidential election. Number 6, straightforward, really easy question, A. Onlookers quickly something that the emu was not native to their area and had probably escaped from a farm or zoo. An emu is a bird. It is a weird bird. I just remember it having like long legs. Yeah, definitely didn't like something like that, right? let's ignore that. I'm gonna draw it for you guys. It looks like an ostrich, but it's a bit weirder. This is basically what an emo is. And there's a really cool thing. There's a story about it that in Australia, they had a war against the emo because these creatures eat farmers' products. And so the farmers were complaining to the government. And so what they did is that they actually launched a war against the emo, and they were shooting it in the street. Like they actually gave the military permission to shoot on the spot. There were prizes for those who catch the animals, dead or alive, but mostly dead. And after spending too much money trying to kill these creatures, the government stopped fighting them, and they just stayed. And so humanity lost against the only war it has launched against an animal. So it's not really a fun animal, and we have lost a war to it. We actually lost a war to this animal. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about here. So onlookers quickly something that the emo was not to their native area, was not native to their area, and had probably escaped from a farm or zoo. So let's see. Doubted works linguistically, right? And it seems good right now. They doubted that the emo was not native to their area. This is what makes it a little bit iffy, so I'm gonna add something just to say that it's iffy. They accepted that it was not to their native area. That just doesn't sound right. It doesn't seem right. They denied that the emo was not native to their area and had probably. So see, the word here, probably, means that they were thinking. They quickly, for example, they quickly found out, let's say, that the emo was not native. And so now they're thinking, so it probably came from a zoo or whatever. So doubted would work if this wasn't there, if it wasn't not native to their area, right? So that means that they thought that it is native to their area. And so escaped from a zoo or farm or a zoo would not work. And that's why actually we're going to remove doubted. And so denied that the emo is not native to their area and had probably. So yeah, this also doesn't work. Surmised. Perfect. Surmised. So realized. Surmised or realized. You got concluded or inferred. Concluded. I hope I'm spelling it right. Inferred. This is a good word to remember for you guys. Inferred. So when you say inferred, means that you concluded or realized with evidence. Like after you heard the evidence and after you inferred. Oh wow, excuse me for that. You inferred that it is the case, that it is not native to their area. So surmised works perfectly. Question number 8 and our final question of the day. More questions will be coming soon, and I will also share with you guys the previous video I made about the English section. Be sure to check that out if you guys needed any more help with this section. It is really easy to get a good grade in this section, but you really just need to study it and maybe watch some videos on it. Try and read some English books. Just try to get familiar with the language. Try to get comfortable. You're gonna do great. Anyways, I will be also making more videos in the future, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe and ask me for things that you want to see, if you want to see more math or English videos. So when you blank something, you get money in exchange for it. Without even looking right here, what do you do so that you get money in exchange? So for example, to trade, right, for it, what do you do so that you get money for something? So for example, I have a phone. This looks, let's say I have a chocolate bar because I'm lazy, right? We have a chocolate bar. What do I do with this chocolate bar so that I get money for it? And I'm going to also try and draw some money. You sell it, right? You sell the chocolate bar, you get money in its place. So knowing this, we just look at the answers over here and sell. Second one. This is it. You don't get money for buying something. You spend money. You don't build something so that you get money for it. You can, but it's very indirect, right? So I can build something and then sell it and then get money for it. So yeah, you don't borrow. When you borrow something, you don't get money in exchange for it. As easy as that. Question 8, the answer is B. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you so much, so much for your kind comments and for reaching out to me, telling me how my videos have helped you. I appreciate your messages so much. They are truly what keep me going. And do let me know if you need help with anything. My email and my Instagram are open. Message me, talk to me about whatever it is that you want to talk to me. I am here for you. And I would definitely appreciate your donations, or if you just wanted to buy some of my worksheets. These materialistic incentives are also really helpful. But of course, your kind messages are enough. So thank you for that, you guys. And I really hope you enjoyed today's video. We will meet in a week or so, inshallah. And وفقكم الله جميعا. See you guys on the next one.